Hi class, this is Mr. Matthews. I'm getting ready to do a little demonstration on part D of your Enzyme Lab. We're not going to do part E, so don't worry about that. But I do expect that you take notes on part D, which I'm about ready to demonstrate, and then answer the analysis questions, and then turn those into the inbox. Those are due today. There's no exceptions. If you are here, you need to watch this video and then complete your lab assignment. I will be checking on Edpuzzle to see if you've actually watched this, so make sure that you, number one, get this complete and turned in so I can grade that. But the whole point of this little demonstration is to demonstrate the effects of pH on enzyme reaction rates. And it's really a simple demonstration. We just use vinegar, we use baking soda, and we use water, and of course our hydrogen peroxide and the little beef liver there to demonstrate that. Beef liver, remind you, has the enzyme catalase, which is going to break down hydrogen peroxide. The catalase is going to bind to the substrate, hydrogen peroxide, and break it down into oxygen and water. The oxygen is the little bubbling that you see, and the water is the leftover liquid. So to demonstrate how that works, and again, we're looking at pH. So if you look at vinegar, we're going to be adding vinegar to a solution of hydrogen peroxide. Vinegar is an acid. You'll need to look up just how much vinegar, just the pH of vinegar. But what I'll first do in our 3 test tubes here, and let me scroll down here. I'm going to add just some hydrogen peroxide, about 2 milliliters of hydrogen peroxide to each tube. There you go. There's 3. Do some more. It really doesn't matter. 1 or 2 is fine. And in test tube 1, I'm going to add some vinegar. And vinegar is naturally acidic, so it's going to bring the pH down. Next, I'm going to add some baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, and this is a base. You'll need to look up just exactly what the pH of baking soda is. Add that to your sheet. But I'm going to add some in there, and I want to make sure, of course, that I take a second and mix it up. I'm just going to squirt it a little bit. In the end, it should look like milk. Last, I'm just going to add plain old tap water to my solution of hydrogen peroxide. And there we go. So now I have test tube 1, 2, and 3. So in test tube 1, we have made this a very acidic environment, and we want to put the beef liver in there and just rate it on a scale of 1 to 5, just like you've done in the previous part of the lab, and see the reaction type. Again, we'll get that to go down. A little harder with my test tube. There we go. So we see something happening, but really not a lot. There are some bubbles, but probably not what you had normally seen. So that's for an acid. Let's do for a base. Let's see, what would we do for a base? Okay. Let's add this. Now look at the reaction. We do get a reaction even though it's a little basic. And it might bubble over, but that's okay. And lastly, we're going to put it in just general water. Mix up the water a bit. There we go. And now we have a pretty intense reaction going on. So you judge for yourself how pH affects enzyme reaction rate. Here are the 3 trays. We have vinegar, we have baking soda, and we have water. So judge on a scale of 1 to 5. Write that down, and then go ahead and go to the back of the lab and look at the analysis questions. And please turn these in by the end of class.